Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. It's your brother Yaakov, Woodrow, whichever one you prefer. James even. I apologize deeply and profusely that I didn't upload last week because I actually did record, but certain things that I was speaking about was like stuff that was happening in my life in real time, and it was kind of like it wasn't a rebuke, but it was kind of like I was gonna share with y'all something that I went through in a way with a lesson learned, and then some things just started developing. Just as I was putting the finishing touches on it, I had just finished adding the scriptures and everything, and then I got a call from somebody, and I was like, let me give the situation a little bit more time. I was gonna edit it and chop it up and take certain things out, but that would have took away from the message. So I said, let me just let that one go and come back at everybody this week. So here I am, and like I said, my apologies, and I know my algorithm probably all screwed up, so a lot of y'all might not even get the notification that it's up, but I'll do my usual due diligence and putting up something on all the other forms of social media, so anybody who's my friend on any of them, they'll see it, and hopefully everybody will get to see it eventually. But this is just a message that right here is something that my mom used to always remind me of, that this psalm in Psalm 37. So I just put together some scriptures excuse me, around that. Well, actually it wasn't even a plan. I just started reading and writing down what I was reading, and this is what came about. So hopefully it'll bless somebody. Start off with Proverbs 17 and 15. He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to Yah, the Most High. Contemporary English Version says it like this: Yah, the Lord, doesn't like those who defend the guilty or condemn the innocent. So a lot of times, like, especially if the person who's the perpetrator of the crime is like, or the perpetrator of the injustice is either rich or famous or popular or have quote unquote what they call today clout, people will find a way to justify that person and shame the victim. Like, case in point, give you an example, totally unrelated, but there were times where there was like popular artists who would take their whole style from a SoundCloud artist or a lesser known recording artist, and people will always say, "Oh man, how you ain't take your sound? He don't even know you. Nobody even know who you are." But the whole time it happens all the time. Whereas though like more well known artists take ideas, cues, even whole concepts from lesser known artists. Like recently, I think it was the girl, one of the female rappers, and it was another girl that called her out, and she had all the receipts. She had the photos from the photo shoot she did, where this artist even took it so far as to copy her whole outfits and everything from the video. So she was able to do everything with timestamps and show that she had these concepts first. It was like, even if you personally weren't looking and watching me, somebody that was with you was watching me, because there's no way that these things were just coincidental like that, you know. But the vast majority, if she didn't have those receipts, they would definitely have rode with the more popular artists. And at the end of the day, they pretty much still did, because they still bought the stuff. They wasn't like, oh, we ain't gonna buy it because you stole the concept from this person. And you don't hear any more from the person who spoke out. So it really didn't go in their favor. But for people like me that care about stuff like that, I'm like, man, I'm glad that she was able to speak out and get her side heard at least, and somebody heard her, you know. But back to these scriptures. I'll read that one more time. This is Proverbs 17 and 15 in Contemporary English Version. Yah, the Most High, does not like those who defend the guilty or condemn the innocent. Like, people will condemn the lesser known person, like it says Sirach. When they speak, they're like, who is this person? Who are you? Like, a lot of times I see posts on like Shade Room or something like that. Somebody will make a lot of sense of what they say, and they be like, who is that? Who is this again? Like, why do it matter? What should matter is that they speaking facts and speaking truth. But nowadays, it's all about popularity and who you like and who you don't like. Somebody can say something with all the validity in the world, but if it's somebody that, as a collective, people have decided that they don't like this person, they don't even want to hear the validity and the facts of what they're saying for real. It's just sad. But just here to let everybody know that the Most High don't like it. So, might want to cut it out. Let's get another verse. It says, matter of fact, let's read that one more time. Yah, the Most High, doesn't like those who defend the guilty or condemn the innocent. And it says in the original King James, it said they're abomination to him, they're disgusting. But everybody gonna say the Lord love everybody. Ain't that's what everybody say? Let's get this. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 6. For the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. Good News Translation. The Most High himself hates sinners, and he will punish them. Common English Bible of this same verse, Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 6. Goes like this. Oops. The Most High also hated sinners, and will repay the ungodly with punishment. And in the Septuagint, it adds that he is keeping them for the time of their punishment. And that's a big concern that I always hear people say, like, why is it that it seems like the wicked just doing their thing and having fun and nothing's happening to them? And, while the people that's trying to do good, we just constantly suffering. We constantly going through, like, what's going on? That's said right here. It says that he is keeping them for the time of their punishment. And that's why we not to, hold our breath waiting for people to quote unquote get theirs and stuff like that, because it's all gonna happen in the Most High's time. Maybe not the time that we think it should happen in, but it's gonna happen in his time. That's a guarantee. It's all throughout the scriptures. And even more so, let's check this out. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9 verse 13. When he was asking, Ezra was asking the same thing. Ezra in the King James Bible they call him Ezra, but I think it's Greek where they call him Esdra. But this is his book, chapter 9, verse 13 in the Apocrypha. And therefore, this is the angel told him, be not thou curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. Good News Translation reads like this. Therefore, Ezra, you should stop asking questions about how the wicked will be punished. Instead, be concerned about how and when the righteous will be saved. The world was created for them and belongs to them. So even more than us worried about somebody else getting theirs, we should worry about making sure we're counted amongst the righteous, because it's a great reward for that in the end. So that's what we need to fix our minds on and fix our life on, trying to make sure that we on the right side of that. Let's get some more verses. This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 11 verses 25 through 28. In the day of prosperity there is a forgetfulness of affliction, and in the day of affliction there is no more remembrance of prosperity. For it is an easy thing unto Yah, the Most High, in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways. This is verse 27. The affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure, and in his end his deeds shall be discovered. Verse 28. Judge none blessed before his death, for a man shall be known in his children. This is a Good News Translation. When things are going well, people don't think about hard times, and when things are going badly, they forget about prosperity. Verse 26. Yah, the Most High, can easily wait until the day of our death to reward or punish us. Verse 27. At that time our deeds are open for all to see. All our happiness can be erased in that one moment of misery. Verse 28. So then, don't think of anyone's life as happy until it is over, because all the evidence is not in until that person is dead. In the Greek it says the man will be known in his children, but it's like we just look at, we see people that look like they just constantly doing great and everything going good for them, and they constantly doing grimy things and doing evil towards others and stuff like that. But trust and believe, the Most High sees it all, and he's keeping a record. So it's like, even when it seems like it's like that, it's not like that for real. And when they do get theirs, it's gonna be, like a lot of times I've seen it happen, and it be right in the open, where as though you see it and you know exactly why, they're getting what they're getting. Matter of fact, let me get you this verse. Give me 1 second. Here it is. It's Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 27 verse 27. He that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know whence it cometh. He don't know when it's coming or where it's coming from. It's just gonna hit him all of a sudden. You feel me? Right when they're sitting right in the midst of them having a good time and partying or whatever it is that individual, those individuals, or he, she, whoever, right at that time, it's just gonna hit them out of nowhere. When the whole time they thought they had things under control, but it's not like that. So that's an admonishment to those who are the ones doing the evil to cut it out and repent before it's too late. And it's also comfort and consultation to those who are trying to do right, to, continue on that right path, because whichever way we do it is going to be consequences and repercussions, or necessarily not consequences and repercussions if you're on the right side of things, but it's going to be blessings and rewards if you're doing it on the right side of things. So it's just like what they say, let us not be weary in well doing, because in due season we shall reap if we faint not. And let me give you a couple verses from Psalm 37, which is what my mom used to always say. She never told me that what chapter or verse it was from, but she used to always say this verse, chapter 37, verse 1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. Don't be jealous of them that things are going well for them right now. Verse 2, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Verse 3, trust in Yah, the Most High, and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. So that's what we supposed to do. Trust in the Most High and do good. Therefore, we shall dwell in the land and we shall be fed. Like, even when things might not look good for somebody else or other people, we gonna be all right in those times. And that's when it's most crucial. Like I've said before, and I say again, like the pastor said a couple weeks ago, he was like, man, I'd rather have it a little rough right now in this life that ends and have it great in eternity than to have it great right now and have it rough for eternity, because eternity is a long, long time. So with that being said, I'm not going to hold y'all long. Much love. Most High bless and keep y'all. Hope y'all had a blessed Shabbat. And prayerfully we'll get together again real soon. Shalom, shalom. Hang in there, y'all.